Today's tier list is gonna be a bit different though, because we're gonna rank heroes not only on like how strong they are in the current meta for every rank, we're gonna focus strictly on what I think the best characters are to pick right now if you want to climb, right? The new matchmaking ranking system makes games very volatile. So in my opinion, there's two types of characters that can really dominate the game where you can, if you solo queue 1v6, by the way, short tip. Duo queue is giga broken, so if you have a friend, you should duo queue. We're gonna rate them from S to D, but based on how hard they can carry. Just because I rate a character as C tier doesn't mean they're necessarily bad or D tier. Well, D tier is gonna be bad, but like those characters will not be able to like solo carry. They're gonna be more team reliant, and the matchmaking is all over the place. So I think you can rely even less on the team, even though people are trying more to play together. Okay, we're gonna start with the tanks, okay? And tanks will be rated lower in the current meta. I don't know what exactly changed in the patch, right? Like other than like Spirit Burn being nerfed, but tanks don't feel super giga impactful right now. Other than one exception, which is Krill. And Krill goes straight into A tier. I think he's actually very insane right now. I see a lot of him in ranked, and he does a lot of damage even solo, right? The issue with Mo before was that he always needed a teammate. I've had so many Mo's solo grab someone right now and like kill them 1v1. Like I've had so many Mo's have the highest net worth in the lobby. Like the buffs didn't seem like a lot, but they're actually like really substantial. Okay, so Mo, you can't really lose the lane, and then you go around, roam in the mid game, get free kills, and you're carrying, right? It's a really good character. I almost want to put him S tier. Abrams, I think, is like middle of the pack at best. Again, I think the issue with Abrams is that he does rely on the team. Like he's not very strong in lane, and then mid game he can't solo kill people. And the two ways to win right now is either solo kill a lot of people in the mid game with Spirit Nukers, or you hard carry / hard farm. And Abrams can't do neither, and he's very team reliant. So he's gonna, like, I almost want to put him C tier, unironically. Like I don't think he's very good to solo queue with, at least. Apollo is first, like, is he S tier? He's very strong. He's very strong. Apollo is like one of the few characters that can actually like 1v1, 1v2 non-stop. Like lane is really strong, right? And then mid game you can run around and kill people solo. And that's like one of the two ways you can carry. Like he's insane. Like I think he's, I'm gonna put him for low S tier for now. Might turn out that he's just A tier. Well, I'll have to see how I rank the other characters. Bebop, I think same page as with Abrams. Needs a team. He's good. He's probably better than Abrams, to be honest, but I don't think he's like meta-definingly broken, and I don't think it's like he has the hard carry potential we need. Billy, same page. Can I rate Billy lower than A? I take that back. I think Billy's really good. Fury Trance buffs actually helped him. He can run Fury Trance himself, and a lot of Billies are running like hybrid with like gun. He's very, very good. Well, if I put Billy in S tier, then I also have to put Mo in S tier, because I think they're on the same level. I genuinely think they're both really insanely strong. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Calico, another super, like this character, like is everything you want. If you want to carry after lane, you go around and get solo kills non-stop, and you scale from there, right? Like you win the game by shutting down the enemy team. You invade their jungle alone, and Calico can play the entire game by herself. You don't really realize you have a Calico on your team until she's out of jungle, she's highest net worth and can one-shot people. Celeste, I think, is mid. Like, I almost want to put her, like, I don't think any character is, like, genuinely weak. And I think Celeste is not, like, weak, but, like, she's, like, just average, right? Like, she doesn't do as much burst damage as some of the other Spirit burst characters. And she's not really as tanky as the tanks, or not really, like, super hyper carry in the late game. I think she's alright. I think she's playable. So, the hottest take of the video, probably. Because I hate Dorman. But this character needs a team for you to get full value out of him. And for that reason alone, I will only rate him B. If you have a coordinated insane team, he's easily S tier, okay? Just to clarify. So the reason Dorman is in B is because he does need teammates to actually get value. And the more I think about it, I can't put him lower than A. Because, like, even if you don't have teammates, you get free value with the ult, right? Like, the ult is, yeah. He does struggle if your team sucks, right? Like, the Dorman player in chat, Tim is confirming. But, like, he's still A tier, I think. Just because he's so strong if you have a good team. Hot take Also, I think a lot of people are going to be upset about this. I think Drifter is very mediocre right now because A, his lane is not great. And then in the mid game, you want to roam and gank and get kills, but you kind of need a teammate. Like, if he doesn't get that snowball going after lane, he needs teammates until he can snowball and solo carry. He can't just, like, if you have a bad game, right? Like, if you have a bad lane, he can't just AFK farm and, like, get to the hyper carry position later down the line, right? Like, he relies a lot on the team. Even though he's like a solo pick-off character, he relies a lot on the team, especially in the early mid-game. For ranked, I think he's below average, and most drifters that I'm playing against, I've played a lot of games in the last few days, 30 plus, and some really good drifters, he's not that scary. Dynamo, same idea, where I'm gonna rate most supports low. Support players, you can hate me for this, I don't think supports are weak, but supports are the most reliant on the team. What Dynamo has over all the other supports is that Black Hole is insane, right? Like, Black Hole is the best ult in the game, or one of the best ults in the game. But otherwise, if your team doesn't do their job, Dynamo can't do shit. I'm actually gonna rate him C tier for like solo queuing in the new rank list. Graves, I think, is dog shit. I don't know. This character is just bad. There are characters, like, if I play against, like, A tier characters or S tier characters, even the B tier, I'm scared of them. I'm never scared of Graves. She did get nerfed quite a bunch the last few patches, and I think she's still, like, bottom of the barrel. I think there's only one character that is worse, and that is Haze. Haze got absolutely gutted, okay? She doesn't have the Echo Shard combo anymore, which was her main playstyle. And I'm not saying it's not deserved, by the way, but I know there's gonna be people in the comments that are gonna be like, Metro, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I die to Haze all the time. And Haze Haze in low rank apparently is a menace. But I'll tell you how to counter Haze. You buy Metal Skin. Even if you don't buy Metal Skin, if she's not ahead of you in money, you will win the 1v1 on most characters. She just doesn't do damage anymore. And even late game, right, once you get the fixation scaling back up, it now scales with weapon damage. Even then, hard carries are just better. Like, this character is never scary. Which, that being said, I don't think she's unplayable. Like, I think even the D tier, Graves is probably worse. I think the D tier characters are still, like, super niche, but they are playable. They're not, like, I think the balance overall, my point is actually not that bad. So, GT and Vindicta, both of them, I will rate C tier. Call me crazy, but again, same logic applies to where these are high damage dealers, but they're super reliant on the team. No, right now in solo carry, if you want to solo carry, these characters don't work. If you have one stupid tank on your team that doesn't peel for you, or a support that doesn't peel for you, or your team doesn't walk in, you die. These characters die like flies. This is a different kind of tier list, right? I want you to consider, like, if I rank these characters based on, like, if I had a good team, right? If the teams were evenly matched and you had a good team, Vindicta would be up here, okay? For the record. And GT would be, like, probably high B or maybe even A. Like, Vindicta would be up here. But for solo queue, in the current matchmaking, I cannot recommend them. Holiday is a different story. I think Holiday is one of the other insane spirit nukers. She can rotate early, get kills solo. It's a bit harder to get kills solo than, like, on something like Mina or something, but she has obviously insane mobility, right? Like, she can do so much. She can run urns for free. She's like, if you are a good Holiday, this character is crazy. I think I have to put her S tier for ranked. And that's assuming you can play Holiday, by the way. She's very hard to play, right? Like, she's hard to learn. If you are a good Holiday, the character is crazy. Infernus goes in the same line as all the tanks, really. He does need a team eventually. Gun Infernus is just not a thing right now. Like, you still play him as a tank, right? Like, you get a few purples and then you spam full greens, you get one burn and you just dash, perma-dash, and that's how he tanks. But he is a tank character, not a hard carry. If I have an Infernus late game, he's way worse than, like, a Geist, a Venator, etc., right? And for that reason alone, I'm gonna put him, like, in the middle of the pack, or low middle, really. See, Ivy is a support, but, like, the cool thing about Ivy is that she has a lot of different, like, she's probably the most versatile character in the game, right? You can build her full gun, you can build her full support, you can build her very spirit heavy, and you can save your teammates, and you don't even have to, right? You can also play offensively. She has, like, the most, I think this is the most versatile character in the game. Ivy. She can do almost anything. She can shut down carries with stuns, she can save the team, she can initiate, and for that reason alone I'll put her B, again, because I don't think she herself will be able to solo carry the game. In the mid game, you're not gonna gank and get a lot of kills, and you won't be able to hyper scale into the late game. Kelvin, I think, very mediocre. He's a support, he does need a team. Actually, the more I think about it, like the more like the spirit heavy Kelvins seem to be doing really well. But if you don't have a team, you are sad, and Kelvin can't solo carry. This is easily an S tier character. There's gonna be a few. I think carries are really strong right now. And Geist is not only a carry, she can also like win the lane really easily and do well mid game, right? Like she's strong at all points in the game compared to something like Seven that needs a lot of farm. She's a carry and one of the best carries, top 2 carries. Easily S tier. Lash, I have seen every single high rank player that is grinding ranked right now and wants to win is playing Lash. Like the Spirit Nukas. He's crazy. He's crazy. You have infinite mobility. You are probably not losing the lane, right? Like that's the one weak part of him. Like he's okay in lane, but like after lane, you just go around and kill everyone. And then he scales well into the late game too. Like right now, the way people play Lash mostly is like hybrid, where you do get a Headhunter eventually. Get some spirit items and then you get Siphon. And you just sit around in the sky and you shoot them. Like this character has no weak point. Crazy. Crazy character. I almost want to put him as like the best character in the... Like, is it crazy to say that this might be the best character in the game? Another character that somehow came back into the meta and is incredibly annoying is McGinnis. And I think it's for the same reason Ivy is, where you have so many options. You can go full gun carry, you can go full spirit turret spam, and you can play support-ish. So she's just super versatile, and even more so than Ivy, she does incredible damage. Like this character is really good now, and I don't even know what exactly made her so good. I can just tell you she's really strong. Mina, I think A tier. Mina, you win the lane, and then you go around mid game, you kill everyone mid game, and then you scale into late game, you fall a tiny bit off, but for solo queue, this is like probably like one of my favorite characters. Like if I was a good Mina player, I would probably play Mina right now, but I'm not. Okay, I suck. I'm a carry player. But Mina is really good. Mirage, still Thanos. I don't know. People seem to be struggling on this character. If you want to play Mirage well, you need to make use of the teleport properly. If you do, like this character can't lose lane and is on the same page as like Mina, he can't really die in mid game. That being said, he can't really like gank a lot, right? Like he sits on side lane and can't lose. That's really like Mirage's job. But yeah, the character is really strong. Paige, I think, is pretty bad. For the same reason I rank the other supports very low. I think she's probably the worst of them. Paige is like, if your team doesn't do anything, you lost, right? Because you can keep your team up all you want. If they don't do any damage, you lose. Like she's the mercy of Deadlock. Paradox, I think A tier, not quite holiday level, because she's not quite as mobile, I want to say. Like she doesn't quite have as much nuke potential, but like can't rate her any lower than A. Pocket, easily S tier. They nerfed the affliction damage by like what, 6%, 8%? You don't really notice the difference. He did get a tiny bit weaker with like tank buster interactions, and Mystic Shot was one of the items he was running, but you go around mid game, you kill everyone, you press 4 in the late game, and you're happy. You're a happy camper. One of the highest impact characters in the game for sure. I think I rated Apollo too high a bit. I'll put Apollo in A. And Rem, again, if you have a good comp that works with Rem, like if you have like Billy and another tank, then he does get a lot of value. Like if you have a very frontline heavy comp. But one thing I've noticed, since they changed the algorithm, you get less tanks on your team. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but usually you get 1, maybe 2 frontliners. Like I don't see a lot of comps where there's like 3, where it's like Shiv. You know, like it seems to be that the game has less tanks. Rem needs tanks. Like Rem loves having a tank in lane, and then Rem loves having a frontline heavy comp in the late game because he does so much burst healing. 7 I think is alright. I think he's the weakest of the carries. I think he's alright. Like, he's solid. Not much to say. Like, I like playing him right now, but I don't think he's, like, insane. Shiv feels really bad. I don't know what it is. Like, this is the weakest Shiv has ever felt, I feel like. Usually the cracked out Shivs in Eternus 6 scare me, but this character actually dies and doesn't last that long. Like, all you have to do against Shiv is, like, not run into, like, a close quarter with 4 people so you can get permadashes, but, like, funnily, I think he's niche. I'd rather have any other tank, I think. Silver also got nerfed quite a lot, actually, this patch. And you can feel it, kinda. You can feel it. I think crazy to say, right? Like, when was the last time I rated Silver lower than all the other tanks? But Sinclair, this is like the meta right now, by the way, on high rank is you queue anything but Sinclair, and then if you see the enemy team has a lot of good ulster steal, you swap to Sinclair. I've seen Piggy do this. That's the meta. You don't lock this character, you don't play him. So he's, again, like, Sinclair is really hard to evaluate, right? Because if he has no ulster steal, he's shit. But if he has good ulster steal, he's insane. So I'll put him in A tier, because if you have good ulster steal, you just swap to this character and you win the game, right? Like, if the enemy team has like a Warden, a 7, a Dynamo, you just swap to Sinclair after you get in the game, and if you're a good Sinclair, you can carry. Because you have infinite OP ults. Venator, the other hard carry, I think that is S tier. I think he and Geist are very interchangeable. Good at all points in the game, and can solo carry late game, hard scale. I think he's a bit lower than Geist, actually. Victor, middle of the pack, probably a tiny bit better than 7. I've seen more Victors run hybrid/gun builds with the Fury Trance buff. Fury Trance works on Victor, makes him pretty good, but like, again, like, it's like it's a tank carry hybrid. It's not like really a full tank. He's alright. Viscous, insanely strong. This character got overbuffed, I think. Like, the more we play this game, like, this character, there's very few Viscous players in Eternus, but the few that play him, he feels kind of OP. I think he's... OP is a strong word, okay? I think he is really strong. And again, same thing as, like, he can do everything by himself. Viper, niche. Not as great of a hard carry as most hard carries, and then not as great of a nuker as most nukers, and very volatile. I think Viper is niche. Warden, same thing. I think I have to place Warden with the other two, like, mediocre carries. At least you have the option. On Warden right now, Gun and Spirit are, like, almost interchangeable. They're both good builds, so you have the option. You know, like, if you queue up as Warden, if you have another hard carry, you can go old build if you want Spirit damage, right? Or you can be the hard carry and go, like, full Gun. I think both playstyles are equally viable, but he's mediocre at both. Wraith, A tier, I think. Low A tier. People are gonna call me biased again, because no matter where I put Wraith, he's, like, people are calling me biased. I think she's good, but I think she lacks the insane early and mid game that Geist and Venator have, and I think she's easier to kill. I've had games against Wraith that was really farmed, and I thought it was over, and then we just killed Wraith first. And yeah. Yamato, also A. We have a meme on this channel where I just ignore Yamato and people get upset. So I'll ignore Yamato again and not give you reasoning. Until next time.